IPA, with over 3 decades of legacy, is the apex body in plumbing, representing water management and redefining plumbing standards. Today, IPA has a strong national presence with over 28 chapters with 13,000 plus members as on date. Our mission is to redefine water, sanitation and plumbing standards. This is being actively driven through a range of impactful initiatives. Our flagship platforms, Plumbex India, the Indian Plumbing Conference with over 30 editions, and Indian Plumbing Professional League, what we say IPPL, supported by NSDC certified programs, have played a key role in driving awareness, innovation, and skill development across the industry. In addition, IPS Water Audit Council conducts certified water auditor programs, also aligned with National Skill Development Framework. Through the I Save Water mission, IPA has contributed to saving over 133 crore liters of water so far, and we continue to work towards a much larger national goal. Similarly, IPA Marathon, Run for Water, has been successfully conducted across multiple cities, creating strong public awareness around water conservation. IPA is also committed to knowledge dissemination through platforms like Plum Talk and publications such as Indian Plumbing Today, along with the development of globally benchmarked plumbing codes and standards in collaboration with international organizations. At the institutional level, IP has established the plumbing laboratories and is progressing on the Center of International Plumbing Practices, COIPP in Goa, aimed at bringing the global best practices to India. Importantly, IP is actively engaged with Government of India on key national missions. We are associated with Bureau of Water Use Efficiency and the Ministry of Jal Shakti, contributing towards improving water use efficiency at a national level. IP also has an MOU with National Water Mission, supporting the vision of Water Positive India through initiatives such as rainwater harvesting, water efficient fixtures, and water audits. We have been working closely with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs on initiatives like Bharat Tap, promoting low flow fixtures, water efficient plumbing across the country. In addition, IPA has also contributed to the Energy Conservation and Sustainable Building Code ECSBC in collaboration with Bureau of Energy Efficiency, integrating water efficiency into the national building standards. We are also proud to be associated with the Honorable Prime Minister's initiative Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, under which IPA has undertaken plantation of more than 4,000 saplings across the country in association with Ministry of Jal Shakti, reinforcing our commitment to environmental sustainability.
I would like to ask all of you one question. What is the biggest problem we have in our city, Bengaluru, today? Anybody can answer me? Traffic, okay. Then? Traffic and water scarcity. Right. Anybody else? Sewage. Right. Lake catching fire. Twice. Not once, but twice. It only happens in India, right? Lake catching fire. Pollution. Air quality index, water quality. Well, the biggest problem for our survival today is water or jal. Because we need water for our hygiene, for ingestion, for cooking, for cleaning, and every aspect of our life. Anybody, he's now recording me on his cell phone. Do you know you're holding 2,500 liters of water in your hand? That is what it takes to make one cell phone. And water weighs 1 kilo for every liter. You're holding 2.5 tons in your hand. I have 2 cell phones, by the way. I'm also a culprit. So I'm just trying to inform you that everything that we do, consume, wear, for example, a t-shirt takes 900 liters to make, a pair of jeans 3,200 liters. And of course, if you have a shortage of water, you will also have a shortage of agriculture, of food, whether non-veg or veg, whatever we may be. But for everything you require a basic thing called water. Now, there are 2 largest garbage dumps in the world. Can anybody tell me what they are? e-waste, right? Anybody else? The two largest dumps in the world are water and air. Because what we feel is that we can throw anything, put anything into the air, emissions from industry or even from buildings. Buildings today are responsible for 38% of the carbon emissions worldwide. 11% comes from the materials used in buildings, but 28% comes from running the building, what we call operational carbon, embodied carbon and operational carbon. And even the Prime Minister's vision of making India carbon circular or reducing carbon emissions by 2070 will fail unless we do not ensure that we are water circular. Unless we don't achieve water circularity, we cannot achieve carbon neutrality. So even this vision is going to fail by 2030 unless we don't do something together. Now, members of the press, esteemed guests, I see if somebody has an accident or there is a rape or a fight somewhere, it comes on the front page of the newspaper. Why? Because you want to sell your newspaper. But what is more important in our life today is the air we breathe and the water we consume. Your city had more than 1,000 lakes earlier. It was a lake city. I thought I will buy a flat in Bangalore, but my mother is asthmatic. Why? Because we had a pollen issue here. It's a city of gardens, Cubbon Park and so many other gardens. What have we really done to our city where that pollen problem is over, pollution is more than the pollen issue now, and at the same time, we are ruining all our freshwater resources. By 2030, that is only 4 years from now, India's total requirement will be 1498 billion cubic meters of water, but the availability of fresh water will only be 748 billion cubic meters, 50% of what we need. And as per the National Building Code of India, 135 liters of water is supplied per capita or per head per day, which we are now reducing to 100 in the NBC, the new NBC which will come out this year. But unfortunately in Bangalore, our consumption is more than 150 liters per capita per day. 70% of India's water comes from groundwater resources. And this is one city where there has been so much expansion. Last 30 years, we have doubled our construction activity, whether it's a commercial or residential building. Right here in Bangalore, I'm talking about. And at the same time, we have not been able to augment water supply. These 1,000 lakes have become 99 lakes. And as Mr. B.O. Prasanna Kumar said, one lake has caught fire also twice. Can you even imagine a lake catching fire? You can only hear this in India, right? Have you heard it anywhere else? And who is responsible? Each one of you in this room is responsible. It's not me, it's not you, it's our future, the future of our children and their children to come. Currently, we rely on 45% of our water coming from the Kaveri. 100 kilometers away, we need a 500 meter head to get the water from Kaveri to here. Can you imagine the cost, the energy cost to pump water for our city from Kaveri? If you go to Devanhalli where the airport is T1 and T2 now, we have to go down 550 meters, 1800 feet to touch the water table. So we are making ourselves water bankrupt. We cannot keep on drawing money from our bank without putting money in our bank, right? We have to first put money in the bank, only then we can withdraw money in the bank. The same thing, water also. You cannot keep on drawing from the earth's resource without putting back, without refilling our aquifers, without refilling our streams which are underground. And India has 18% of the world's population today. We are very proud of our young population, 1.44 billion, and still growing. We have beaten China also as far as population numbers are concerned. But we have only 4% of the world's fresh water. 18% population, 4% fresh water. What will you do? Are you going to have a capsule with water in future? Or do we still require water to drink and cook and for all our needs, for washing, for hygiene? So it's very important that we put this message through, not only through your press, but also where you stay, your families, that water is a commodity which is depleting and we need to protect it. We need to look at demand management rather than supply augmentation. Supply augmentation is very simple. You can increase supply, bring it from here, bring it from there. But from where will the water come? We have to manage our demand. We have to make sure that we treat water. Every drop of water that we use must be treated and reused for its appropriate use. We have Mr. Prasanna Venkatesh here. PVG, can you stand up? Can you tell us how many pipe system you have at Shobha Developers?
We need to be resource mindful. We don't want to waste water. Whenever you treat any water, there is something called reject available from there. We want to reduce the reject and don't treat every water to the highest level, which is not required. Drinking water standard can be different. Domestic water can be different. Flushing water can be different. Irrigation water quality can be different. By doing this, we reduce the reject water and wastewater reuse is increased so that our freshwater demand is reduced. As Mr. Gurmeet Singh was mentioning, Bangalore consumes about 150 liters. 135 is allowed in NBC, which is getting revised to 100 liters. We are already working on 90 liters freshwater consumption. Our next target is about 70 liters of freshwater consumption. This is possible only when we look at it, how we can categorize the waters, how we can reduce the wastage.
And looking at how we can augment water supply. It's not only about treating water. If you use a low flow fitting like a shower or a kitchen tap or a wash basin tap, if we put aerators, which Bangalore Water Supply Authority, BWSSB, has now mandated, we can save 50% water at source. Any of you like to sing under the shower? Ma'am, do you sing under your shower? Not much. So this is a roundabout answer, not much. So she sings under the shower and there goes away 200 liters of water.
No, sir. I am aware of that, so I have to put my bucket and then I make shower.
Wow, let's clap for her that she has a bucket bath. To look at how we can use low flow fixed mandate. We are trying to mandate this through the Ministry of Housing Urban Affairs. We are going to sign an MOU. Possibly that MOU is now gone to the Minister for his approval in the Ministry of Housing Urban Affairs. Once that is approved, we will be signing that MOU at the Plumbex on the 16th, which is the inaugural at 10 a.m. at Bangalore International Exhibition Center, Hall 5, am I right? Hall 4. Where we will be mandating. So you have no choice. You will have to use 50% less water at source. That means you have to treat also 50% less water, less chemicals, less treatment, less cost. And at the same time, we have to look how to augment water supply by rainwater harvesting. The issue in Bangalore is that, ladies and gentlemen, we hardly have any treatment capacity. If you look at all India level, the amount of wastewater that we generate, treatment capacity is only at 60% and functional treatment capacity is only at 30%. That means 70% of your water which you use, which you pollute by having a shower or in your flush, your WC, that again goes and contaminates our freshwater supplies. And we don't have fresh water for the future. So my request to all of you is, we have given you a press release. It talks all about water. What you will find at the Plumbex, Mr. Balkrishna Mehta will tell you, because we are looking at making Bangalore water positive. I am not talking of equalizing the demand and supply. I am talking of making Bangalore water positive, and it is possible if we work together to ensure that. Because I will also tell you another thing, 70% of the communicable disease is transmitted through bad quality of water. Diarrhea, typhoid, cholera, ambeiosis, leptospirosis, this is all transmitted through bad quality of water. Dysentery. Diarrhea today takes away 3,000 children every day. This is bigger than the Iran-US war, this is bigger than the Ukraine-Russia war. we are losing 3,000 children every day to bad quality of water. I'm talking of the whole world. So this is not about somebody in USA saying I'm going to have a 1 week war and a 3 week war or a 4 week war and changing his mind in the morning and evening. We're not getting into all that. But we all are smiling because we know there's something going on absolutely incorrect which is happening. But the fact remains is water is more valuable than LPG. It is more valuable than petrol or diesel because without water you will not be able to produce those also. For every industrial factory that you have, you look at Aquafina. Aquafina of Pepsi is a company which sells you water in a bottle, right? But Aquafina plants are water positive. They produce more water than they sell. Now, if a company who produces bottled water can do that, why can't you and me do that? So there is a consciousness with many companies now where they are looking at how to augment their water supply, like Shobha developers. I mean, I mention this in every speech of mine, and Prasanna knows this. Why? Because there is a living example. It's not about, you're not charging money for it. Bombay Municipal Corporation, where I come from now, from the treatment plant in Kulaba, is going to be selling treated water for construction, because construction uses a lot of water, as you know. They are going to be selling treated water, making money out of it, a cradle-to-cradle approach rather than a cradle-to-grave approach. So water as a commodity can in fact give you revenue also if you treat it and reuse it. In fact, in our panel discussion this evening, there is one company, I think Boson Water Supply?
Yes, Boson White Water.
Boson White Water, where they treat this water and sell it. It's a revenue item. So it's not about just because water is depleting. And here we have, I think the best business to get into in Bangalore is have water tankers. It's a best sure shot business. If you sell water tankers in Bangalore, you'll make money. Why? Because we don't want to reduce our consumption. And if we do not have groundwater, we do not have any other fresh water, we'll buy tanker water. And again, I am a Sardar. I'm supposed to have long hair, more than this. My hair is longer than this lady's, by the way. And even my hair is depleting. You know why? Because 50% of my own building water comes from tanker water, which is hard water, borewell water, and even I'm losing my hair, boss. Can you imagine? You can't see inside my turban, in my pagdi, but even I'm becoming bald. And it is not that I use some wrong shampoo or soap, it is the water quality which is making me do this. Higher level of soap, because soap doesn't dissolve in hot water, and therefore more pollution. We had one speaker in Calcutta which used the word, I'm sorry to use the word, ghanta. He said ghanta, no shampoo, no soap, he doesn't use anything, no perfume. Because he doesn't pollute that water. And he used that word ghanta 4-5 times, showed us a bell and said ghanta. So you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that there are people on this earth today who are realizing that water is a depleting commodity. I am available to you. I'll give you my visiting card. Anything you want, you can email me or phone me. I am available 24/7 to you to talk about how we can make our own city water positive.
On behalf of the Indian Plumbing Association and Bangalore chapter, it is my privilege to address you as we prepare to host the biggest exhibition of plumbing called Plumbex India in Bangalore. Since its inception in 2008, Plumbex India has grown into the largest exhibition dedicated to water, sanitation and plumbing. This year, we have the most expansive and yet featuring over 250 exhibitors with 50 plus startups spread across 1.5 lakh square feet of exhibition space. The exhibition space will also showcase cutting-edge solutions across the entire value chain with pipes, fittings, sanitary ware, valves, pumps, water treatment systems, rainwater harvesting technologies, metering devices, and IoT-enabled building automation systems. A key highlight also in this edition is the architectural based design competition called Around the Drop, which is a hands-on initiative to sensitize the architect students to understand and design buildings based on water-based system. This competition will inspire innovative and sustainable solutions by integrating water efficiency, conservation, and smart plumbing. In addition, we have Plumbex India will also host symposiums and panel discussions, bringing together policymakers, industry leaders, domain experts, emerging innovations, and ultimately make our industry or our life water positive. Another major attraction is the IPA Bathroom Challenge, a live skill-based installation competition organized in collaboration with international bodies. This challenge highlights excellence in bathroom and toilet installations while promoting strict adherence to National Building Code and Uniform Illustrated Plumbing Code. We will also recognize industry excellence through leadership awards such as Distinguished Leader, Outstanding Leader, and Emerging Leader. The visitor profile to Plumbex also is equally diverse with architects, interior designers, MEP consultants, plumbing contractors, developers, government officials, hospital administrators, urban planners, academicians, dealers, distributors, and individual homeowners. So Plumbex India is not just an exhibition. It is a platform that drives innovation, promotes sustainability, and addresses India's growing water challenges.